Hi there, it's David, the Resourceful Coach, and we're going to talk a little bit about today's winter golf. I'm going to give you some ideas how you can save lots of shots when you go out and play. And we're going to really talk about summer golf, how it changes to now winter golf, and controlling your ego when you go and play. So we're going to look at a couple of tee shots. We're going to look at a tee shot on a par 3. We're here on the second hole at Corinthians. And then we're going to look at a par 4, which is a bit of a dog leg, but what I would normally hit in the summer, and then how it's going to change in the winter. Now we've come out today, it's a cold December morning, it's a nice bright day, but it's 0 degrees centigrade, Celsius, whatever you call it nowadays. And what's really important to understand, when you look at a golf ball is designed to perform probably at its best anywhere between 15 and 20 degrees. Now, I'm going to use the number of 15. Every degree under that 15, you're going to lose approximately 2 yards in distance. So we're here on the second hole. It's playing 125 yards. That for me in the summer is just a nice comfortable 9-iron. That will land on the green, absolutely perfect. So let's do that. Let's hit that 9-iron and see what I get as a result. And as we said, it's only 0 degrees though, so it's really cold. Let's see what happens. No real wind, so that's the nice thing. Sunny day, but it's freezing. Now I've hit that nicely, it's straight at the flag. And that ball hasn't even landed on the green. I mean, I reckon that ball's at best gone 110 yards. And that wasn't because I hit a bad shot. The golf ball was good, the swing was good, I felt everything was right, came right at the middle of the club. But look how much distance I've lost. At least, I would say 20 yards through the air. So this is where you've got to keep that ego intact. Don't suddenly look at it, 9-iron. Day like today, take 2 more clubs. Okay, and mentally that can be quite hard. You sort of look at it and you think, God, if I'm hitting 2 more clubs in there, surely I could fly the green. You won't, okay? It just won't happen because the conditions are so cold, the ball just won't fly through it. That's the key thing to understand. So really important to understand, and just as I'm talking, the wind is just starting to pick up. You really feel that cold wind. And the likelihood is for yourself, you're not going to swing the club as freely. You're going to be wrapped up a little bit more in those things. And they, again, all little things that will cost you distance. Okay, I'm going to hit the 7-iron. Okay, normally a 7-iron for me is my 150, 155 club. I'm only looking 125, as I said. It's 0 degrees, 15 would be my number. So I think I'm going to lose 30 yards. Well, if it does what I think, this should be bang on the number. Let's see what we get. Well, again, like the 9-iron, I've struck it great. Now in the air, it looks like it's way too much. And it's landed pin high. I've probably got myself about a 12-foot putt for birdie. So, really important, those par 3s, control that ego. We're going to go over to a par 4, which normally I wouldn't need to hit driver, but maybe today I might have to. So we've come up onto the 4th tee. This is a hole around about 360, 370 yards long. It's what I call a 10 o'clock dog leg. So it basically goes up and then around about 10 o'clock it sort of turns and goes towards the green. And we're looking for a shot here. This is a shot I would always hit a hybrid in the summer. It's looking for around about 220, 230. Get it to the top of the hill here. It seems to run on quite nicely, but the trees are about 250 away. Summertime, if I hit a good drive, I'm going to run out of that distance, okay? But here's the key thing on this hole. For anybody who plays Corinthians, because of the dog leg, everybody thinks, well, I want to be tight to the left side. But over the sort of 4 years that I've been here at Corinthians, the trees on the left side have just got so tall, if you don't get that ball around that 220 yard mark, 230 on that line, you're blocked out. And unless you're a very powerful hitter and you can hit a 9-iron 150 yards, you're not going to get the ball up and over the trees. So this is a really key hole that, as we said, that ego, the natural instinct is to think, yeah, I'll pull out my hybrid and I can knock that down up there, no problem at all. And we'll show you the 2 results when we go up there. We'll take some pictures and show you where we ended up. And I'll take my hybrid, and it all seems good because, again, that's what I've been doing all summer. But as I said, it's now December. It's now 0 degrees. I'm going to lose 30 yards. This would go maybe on a good summer's day, 220. I've nailed that. I've hit it on the right line, up the right side. I'm going to have a shot. That hasn't even reached the top of the hill. That just shows how cold it is today. I mean, I thought I'd hit a good shot there, and that would lead, I don't even think I've gone halfway on the hole. Okay, that just shows how cold it is today. Okay, and I can feel it, my hands are cold. So, rein that ego in, pull out the driver. Okay, that's the important thing now. Don't be scared to hit that shot. And we'll actually video, because of how bad that's ended up, to show you where that's ended up. We'll show you what we've got as a result. I love the line. If I can do that again with this club, then I'm really happy. My hands are so cold, it doesn't feel like I can grip the club. Okay, and it's one of those things, again, you know, I don't wear a glove. Okay, but today maybe I should do, because it just feels really cold. Got one in the bag, we'll see what happens as we go along. Yeah, same line, nailed it. Yeah, that's good. Really happy with that. But we're going to go up, we're going to video this. I was just going to take pictures, but I think because of the difference, let's actually take a video of the difference and show you what we've got as a result there. So we've arrived at where my hybrid went, and I don't think I've ever hit a tee shot this short on this hole. And as I said, when I hit the shot, I nailed it. So we're looking at it, and again, it's realizing what the conditions are going to do to the shot. I've probably only hit that hybrid, I would say 175 yards. I have actually got no shot into that green. I can't, standing here now, I can't see the flag, I can't see the green. It's a 370 yard hole, and even as a professional golfer, the likelihood now is I'm going to have to take probably a 9-iron, lay up, chip it on, hopefully save my par that way, but that's created now a bogey situation. All right, we're going to have a little wander to where the drive ended up. And hopefully the mic will pick this up and take it very gingerly what we've done. I can see the ball up there. Okay, bear with me as I get to the ball. And as I slowly make my way up here, physically what we've got, I start to now be able to see the hole. I've moved about halfway up, so I'm about 20 yards up. Still got another 20 to go. My hybrid normally in the summer. So really important, but I've got a shot. I've got probably now around about 160 into the green. So I've hit that ball around only about 210, and again, it was a good shot. So this is what we're talking about. Okay, let me get back to the camera to sort of finish the video off today. We're talking about this ego. And if you go out with your summer ego and you find a day like today, and it's 0 degrees, as we've seen, we're losing at least 30 yards. I reckon that tee shot I've lost at least 35 yards. And it's not that windy today. So cold conditions like this, no real wind, I'd call it a 2-club condition. You need to hit 2 more clubs. Now, as the day goes on, if the wind picks up and the temperature doesn't pick up, and you're playing into the wind, you could be hitting 3 or 4 clubs more. So we go back to that second hole, the par 3, where I hit a 9-iron into that green initially. That was my summer club. 7-iron in these conditions, bit of wind, I could be hitting a 6 or even a 5-iron. And as I said, mentally that's quite hard, because you think you're going to overhit it. You probably won't commit to the shot. So the only way you're going to really experience this is do it loads of times. The more you do it, the more you experience it, the more you'll understand what to do. On our second hole, look, I haven't even got halfway. Okay. As I said earlier, I'm probably going to have to lay up now and chip on. It's become a par 5 because I've let the ego take over. The second shot, the drive, has put me in a position now 160 yards away. Well, that would be, as I said, 155 with a 7-iron, probably a 6-iron. I'm now looking probably getting up to a 4-iron. If I'm really clever, okay, and again, the wind is picking up a little bit, I might just grip a little bit down on my hybrid and put that up onto the green, because it's going to go only about 160, 170. That's what I've done off the tee. So you can use those experiences to help you for shots later on in the round. I hope you've enjoyed that video. It's all about changing that summer ego into your winter golf. Make sure you're hitting more club. When those conditions change, as I said, from 15 degrees centigrade Celsius, whatever you call it in your country, is down to 0, so roughly 2 yards per degree. So I've lost 30 yards, and you can see that with the results that we've got here today. Okay, I had to come up and show you how different it was, so you could see the idea of what we've given ourselves. So really important that you do that. As you play the round, the temperature might go up a little bit. It might only be 1 club by the time you finish if you started early in the morning. But you'll just adapt. You'll learn that as you go around and let your instincts take over. If you have enjoyed the video, please share it with your friends. please subscribe to the channel, tick that little bell. I send out videos every Tuesday and Fridays for you to have a look at. Covers every area of the game, from technique through to on course and mind. I hope you have enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.